Hey guys, welcome back to Bluff Fusion 5. Yep, the birthday end of the Young Quinton squad. Last time, Haley and Carbrew, Haley gave birth to her daughter, Oakley, and Carbrew is being forced to turn into her wolf because of, something wrong with her DNA and stuff, and then Haley has to have given her serum and she's reverted back, and now the Neo Quinton squad is out, and now that somebody actually died in the last episode. His name was Dylan Price, and now he now has a child, but he is dead. So it is really sad, but yeah. I'll give you guys a rundown of the whole idea of this book, of this story at the end of this episode series. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. So hopefully here we go, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. So let's go back to it. Chapter 4. The second battle between the Arugumas. Guns ready, boys, Stefan laughed. Boss, this is too easy. Let's just eat him and get it over with, said one of the Arugumas, laughing, with drool dripping down his face. Easy, Lieutenant Clark. We'll get to that. Stefan said, smiling with his yellow teeth showed. You murderer. You murdered a comrade. That was going to be a father, and you took that chance away from a good friend, and a child that was born today, I yelled at the Arugumas. Stefan smiled and laughing, pointing a gun at me. Let's see if you defeat us. We'll see who is the strongest in the world, he yelled. Then all of the soldiers pointed a gun at the Wolf Squad members. On top of the buildings, there was 3 snipers. Commander Lieutenant Carmichael, Sergeant Liam, and Private Craig. They were scoping on the targets. Eyes on target. Give us a go, Sergeant Carmichael said in my radio earbud. I smiled and gave them the signal. I take them down. Commander Stefan said, then started to shoot at some other people morphed from their werewolves. And my crew morphed from their wolves. Haley and I morphed back into humans to keep our focused energy. Haley's eyes went to golden yellow, and her hair color went to white to black, fluctuating. My eyes went to golden brown, and my hair went from silver to brown. My aura was silver, and Haley's was white. Grrrr! Me and Haley screamed. Our whole physical body and spirit status changed. Commander Stefan wasn't shocked. He saw us transform into a super wolf. He looked at his eyes. Haley's eyes opened up. Her eye color was gold yellow. Her eyelids were red, and mine were blue, but my eyes were golden brown color. I looked at him with fire in my eyes, waiting for his move. You better back off or you know what's coming for you, Haley said in a distorted voice. I'll be the one who's going to come for you, I said, in the same kind of distortion. I put my hands out at the side, and my silver energy source came out of my hands, and I put them together. Silver loathing blast, I shouted. I pushed the energy towards Commander Stefan. His eyes went wide. It went through, ripping his arm off. Blood spattered everywhere. He screamed bloody murder, and he took hold of his bloody shoulder. He looked at us with hatred in his eyes, and he shouted, Fall back! Everyone fall back! A helicopter soared above, lowering on low ladder. Next time, Wolf Squad. Next time, he said, pulling up himself on the ladder, holding it. We got a live hostile. Ready for interrogation, said the soldier, slamming a human Aruguma down. A little build scrawny, but a burnt mark on his chest like a serial number. So you decided to attack my crew and kill one of them when doing their job? I said, pulling out my claws and jabbing them into his stomach. Blood spat out of his mouth. What do you have to say for yourself? Haley said, looking down at the Aruguma to his knees. His spat out at us and said, Your cause is worthless than ours. All Arugumas are more superior than you, he said then. He laughed. And Haley punched him and knocked him out. Then she pulled out her pistol, aiming at the face of the enemy. I looked over at her. Haley, don't! I ordered. Haley shivered in rage. She had fire in her eyes, teeth clenched, and she let go of the trigger. Fuck! She shouted, kicking a gravel across the hospital parking lot, making a dust cloud. I can't deal with this. Why can't we kill him? Haley said. His army killed one of our members. This should help, she said. I knew Haley was upset. and I hated it when I saw her that way. So I decided to give in. "All right, Haley, do it," I ordered. Then Haley pointed the gun right at the Aruguma's face and shot him, leaving his lifeless body to the police to take care of it. As we drove home, I was driving. I looked at Haley in the passenger seat. "You know, Haley," I said, "it's not your fault. It's not mine either," I finished. "It was that stupid freaking solar eclipse. Maybe if it wasn't, well, it's not going to work." She said, "Wait, what's not going to work?" I said. "Remember the time travel spell you taught me? We could use that to be 2 places at once, right?" she said. "Huh. Maybe we could use this to save Dylan and get the squad back to normal. Like the old days. Let's do it," I said. "Yes!" Haley said with enthusiasm. I knew that the cost was what could happen if we had no choice but go back in time to save Dylan, save the rest of the squad from grief, and maybe save the world. Chapter 5. Retrieving an Old Friend. Back at home, it was like midnight. I woke up midnight knowing where I wanted to go. It was very dangerous. I snuck out of my room, quietly and quickly. I went to Haley and Zach's room. I tapped Haley on the shoulder. She blinked and groaned. "Carter, what time is it? Already?" she mumbled, trying to see the clock. Looked at me and nodded. "It's time," I said. Bill slowly walked outside. Stood on the rock shaped like a clock. Then me and Haley stood in our positions. Then me and Haley began to speak in luring tongue. Over and over again. Mali Bolkis Gis Fosin Simat. Gotta turn back time where we want. Then bright light came out of the rocks. Then we were teleported back in time. We were outside though. The past 3 of us were doing what we did 7 months ago. Then me and Haley snuck into the house before her past self could get some groceries. Then we both went inside and stopped our past selves. We're you guys from the future, but we have to say a message. Dylan will die unless we won't let him come with the mission. And Vanna too. Maybe you can do that less for a mission for you? Haley said. What mission? Olney asked. Well, Rugumas are going to attack the JFK airport if you're ready, Haley said. They both agreed. They let us make sure we go with the ones that are after the Rugumas. After a while, I and Haley went into our past selves for done the day. My past self called Dylan and Vanna and told them to stay home and spend the day with together. Then my past self turned to a wolf, and I past saw Haley showed up and ran towards me and screamed. Then everything went smoothly according to plan. What happened is 29th of September, 7 months ago. And then I went inside, switched past me and myself in the Super Marvin suit. And then Haley from her past self rested. And then Haley put her suit on. A couple minutes later, the eclipse came. Haley began to turn into a wolf again, without will. Ugh, this is more painful than the last, she groaned. Her bones popped and cracked. She lifted her skirt. Her stomach began to form into a wolf. Her werewolf abs began to show. Ugh. She took a deep breath and tried to control it. Her heart went soon enough. She slowly went back to human and ran to the airport. Meanwhile, at the airport, I was in the pile of garbage controlling my breathing, like Haley did. Then the whole crew came, including Dylan and Vanna. I thought I called them off and told them never mind. I thought, turning my wolf, was slowly walked down the open wall. Commander Stefan pointed the gun at my crew. Give it up, Stefan. There's no match for the rest of us. Lots of men are outside pointing guns, so they have snipers ready to take you down. And you have your crew, you're done too. I ignored all my teeth at him. So you've decided to shut up, Wolf Leader? He smiled, then pointed the gun at me. I turned to my wolf and my human yelled, Attack! I repeat, move in! Attack! Take him down! I repeat, take down! I yelled. And the sniper shot at Stefan's arm. Grah! He grunted. Fall back now! Stefan said. We were outnumbered, but we're lucky your army was here. He said, running away from his position. Hold position, let him go. I said. I radioed Sergeant Williams. Williams, I need some scouts to follow Stefan and his team track his base to us. I ordered radio back. All right, I'll send some. Then Haley arrived and walked into the lobby. Carver, we gotta get back. I get back where he came from, Haley said. I nodded. Then I said, everyone, see you guys later. Everyone nodded. Me and Haley went back to the house and went to the backyard. Thank God the rock formation was still intact. We stood right before the pour of light and began to fade until it poured us back to where we were. And then Haley said, I'm glad we got that done. Yeah, you said it, I said. We better get back to long day tomorrow, I smiled. Haley said, smiling too. We went back to our rooms and went back to sleep. Chapter 6. The Final Battle. My Haley and I went to Draki's lab. Draki was waiting for us in my crew. You're late, he said. Yeah, I know. What's going on, I said. We found Stefan tied out, Gerald said. Scouts have been coming back and found us where they're hiding, Dylan said. Well, let's go. We have to get rid of once and for all, I ordered. Everyone nodded. While we were walking the door, I had a feeling there won't be any battle we had before. I knew something was going to happen. But as long as my crew was with me, and Haley and I walked out in the morphin suits and our wolves and ran towards the mountains where they were hiding. 2 hours later, we were hiding at the bushes where 7 Arugas were guarding the bodies in the door. Alright, you guys ready? I radioed out the crew. We're ready, Carper, when you are. Additional radio backed. I looked at the guards, and this Quinton and I. For a second, squinting my eyes. Now! I yelled, running towards 2 of the Arugumas, knocking them out. And the start gun, injecting them with the Aruguma DNA cure. Thank God Haley knows how to mix up an injection and get rid of the DNA of the Aruguma. Then one of the soldiers was knocked out, and Haley injected him with it too. We found out grabbed their guns and their ID cards for the Arugumas in the base. I picked up and scanned it on the ID swipe and let us in. Alright, Gerald and Sean, keep an eye out for more soldiers, I said. Right, they said. Then I and the rest of my squad went to their rooms and snuck into the lab. I smelled a horrible, rotten stench. It smelled like rotting eggs and burning flesh. 2 scientists walked in the room. We hid underneath the tables, full of Aruguma serum. They walked towards a secure door, entered a code, and swiftly opened the door, showing green ooze floating in jars. What's Stefan need this stuff for? One of the scientists asked. He said he wants to turn everyone into Arugumas and turn them away from the wolf squad, said the other. Maybe the whole city will turn them and scrap before we get to them, the scientist said, smiling. They smiled and walked out the door. I signaled everyone to get back where we were. Hey, ready the army before they went to the signal. Me to stay there. They're here. I nodded. Then some of the SWAT soldiers came in. Sergeant Williams came in and said, What's the situation? Well, we got 2 scientists that had green ooze locked there, I said, pointing at the secure door. What's the code? He asked. 7249, I said. Then one of the soldiers tapped in the code. The door swiftly opened and showed the whole cases of full green ooze. And Haley said, Guys, we're heading out. We're getting to the city. We have to battle them here. I said, But first, destroy the base, Sergeant Williams. Do what you need to do, I finished. Alright, man, get the bombs ready. We're gonna have 5 minutes to get the hell out of here, he ordered. Then 2 of the men planted the bombs, and we clicked 5 minutes. My crew and I got out as fast as we could. John and Sean ran away at the doors as they went in the woods. Then, kaboom! The whole base exploded into a million pieces. Let's go, guys. Let's finish them once and for all. We're headed back to New York knowing what will happen to us. I said. That New York City. The Arugumas and the Wolf Squad soldiers were battling it out, while police was getting everyone safe from harm. Me and my crew looked around searching for the Wolf Squad leaders of the Arugumas. Commander Stefan, I saw him try to hurt a woman and a little boy. No choice. Guys, morph into wolves now, I said. We took out our DNA suits, ships, and were ready into our super watch. Morphin suit Alpha, activate! We all yelled. Our bodies turned into wolf buck silhouettes, and our suits formed out of them. The silhouette. And we were ready to morph into our wolves. Then me and Haley nodded, and I started morphing into my wolf. The DNA went from human to wolf. My DNA started to change. My eyes went to hazel, to golden brown. My hands turned to paws. My ears went to a point. My skeletal structure began to turn into wolf. My tail began to grow out of my tailbone. Fur bristles started popping out of the muzzle. Began to grow too. Out of my face. Then the transformation was complete. Then my crew morphed as well. Then they started to attack the Arugamas. None until no one left, until we reached Stefan. Stefan stopped harassing the little boy and the woman. Well, it looks like we got the whole pack here, he said, laughing, gnarling teeth at him. At least I don't smell like rotten flesh, I yelled. Stefan got really angry at me and started to attack. I started biting and scratching him until I turned back to human. Then Haley tossed me the syringe with the Arugama kill serum. Then I caught it and jabbed him into the neck with it and hit into his bloodstream. Gah! He shouted. He fell to the ground as his body began to decay. His hands became a skeleton. Then her whole body became a skeleton and died. Then I got up from my kneeling position. Blood was in my hands. My face was covered in dirt. I smiled at my crew and finally said, It's over. We won, I said, nodding. Then falling back on my back, I catch my breath and close my eyes. Finally, it's over. To defeat the Neon Quinton squad and defeat the Quinton squad members, I could finally rest and be with my family for all time. Epilogue. All this time, I never could have thought my brother and Abby would be cured from soon, as my brother and her were saved. I'm just glad I could feel my better life, and now how I have my husband and kids. And then I'll go home see my father and my twin. That was pretty neat. I mean, I did a really short chapter book. Anyway, the 4th and 5th book are really chaptery, like really short, because that was like a long time ago. Like, I didn't know I could have that, but yeah. Let me tell you guys the story based on that. So, the 5th book is basically right after the Neon Quinton, the Quinton squad is disbanded, yes? But there is a situation where Commander Stefan thinks it should be going back on because he was created from Quinton because he wanted to destroy the Wolf Squad. But Commander Stefan's heart was not very in the right place because in the beginning of the series, like you remember when he was a hunter and he was human, you know? So when he was human, he wanted to hunt because, you know, he was a hunter. And his owner, his friends, were the ones that were killed or ran off because, well, he was one of them ran off. But his friend was the leader of the hunting crew. So he probably wanted revenge after what Carburetor Fred did to his friends and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, Commander Stefan was created from a serum that was partially purplish ooze. Like, it was a purplish green ooze that when they inject it in somebody, it turns them into a Arugo, which is a wolf man-like creature, like a werewolf super soldier. So every time he transforms, he gets more powerful. So he transformed the first time was when he got injected with it, and he was getting stronger and stronger by the minute. So every time he transformed, he got stronger. But in this book, this is when he gets destroyed because his evil took him over. His evil side took over, and he wouldn't let his human side win because he thought he was more powerful than other wolves and human beings. So that's why he wanted to take over the world, so he could turn everybody into a Rugama, like what Quinton did to him. So, yeah. So some of his other buddies that you saw in the book, like the one that Lieutenant Clark, he was a friend of him too. Like, he was a friend of the hunter. So he was a hunter too. So Lieutenant Clark and Commander Stefan were buddies. from the very beginning. So, in the beginning, like you saw in the book, the first book, Blood Fears and the Rise of the Quinton Squad. That one was the first time those two were met because they were hunters, because his other friend that was the leader decided to introduce them to. Because I don't have the origin story for them yet, but I really want to yet. But yeah. And now that you know that part, the Neon and Quinton Squad is when in the end where he got destroyed, it was because of what his soul and his body did to him. So anyway, he is now dead, but the Quinton Squad is over with. But hopefully it is. But when Carberoo and her friends are finally done and over with, and now Abby, Jessica, Haley, and Carberoo all have kids now with their husbands. And hopefully now we get to see the kids grow up and all that. So yeah, next time is going to be the origin story of the Quinton Squad and the Wolf Squad. So hopefully, yeah, the first few chapters of that book will be just the Carberoo's origin story and then some other characters. So hopefully you guys will see that next time. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate what you guys are doing for me. I really hope you subscribe next time, and make sure you ring that bell. So yeah, I'll get more content out there, and thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you have a good day. Love you guys. Peace out. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you'd like more, leave down in the description and the comments what you think about it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it a ton. And I hope you'll be able to see us all in another brand new episode of both either book or a vlog. So, yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.